Today we will be reviewing the Samsung 980 EVO NVMe drive, which I got on Amazon for $89 during their Christmas week deals. We will also be reviewing the SinTech Apple adapter, which allows NVMes like this to fit in MacBook Pros that are late 2013 to mid 2015 models. The Samsung is supposed to give you speeds of up to 3,500 megabytes per second. The built-in Samsung SSD in the MacBook Pro 2015 gave me test results of around 1,500 write and 1,800 read speeds, which are really good. I have a feeling if there are going to be any read and write slowdowns, it is going to be because of the SinTech adapter. Yeah, so we're going to put the Samsung NVMe into the SinTech MacBook Pro 2013-2017 adapter. Now, I've read that these are very, very flimsy, and so when you go to put it into your MacBook Pro, these tend to snap off. I hope that does not happen. Well, you'll take this and match it up with a little notch on the SinTech. Okay, it'll make that clicking noise, and then you'll see your drive, which is mine's the Samsung, and the adapter, and you won't notice any connector pins right here like you did earlier. And now what we got to do is we got to open up the MacBook Pro. You'll need a Pentalobe 1.2 screwdriver and a T5 screwdriver to open up the MacBook Pro and the NVMe slot. We got our last screw. Now what you do is, it should be taking that off, placing it elsewhere. Now, here is where the Samsung Apple NVMe drive is, right below this fan on this Pro Retina 2015 MacBook Pro, and it's got a weird looking screw that holds it in that's different. It's not the 1.2 Pentalobe, it is the T5, as I had assumed. And what you want to do is be very gentle. You lift up and slowly shimmy it out, like such. Boom. So this is a Samsung drive that originally came with it. It gets good speeds, but this EVO drive, the 980, should get even better speeds. And then you just put it in at an angle. And now with this adapter, the SinTech adapter, there we go. Okay, and then it clicks. And then it comes with a screw in the adapter that we are going to use. You will have some issues with the black tape on the SinTech adapter. It kind of sticks out a lot, and you just have to push while holding on to the node or the port for the NVMe. That way it doesn't rip it off the motherboard, and just screw it back in, and then put all the screws back on the bottom case. At first the drive didn't show up. After a little bit of research, I found out that you have to have done a fresh OS install of Mojave or newer in order for your Mac internally to upgrade the boot ROM version, which allows NVMe drives to show up. Unfortunately, the fresh OS install of Mojave has to be done on your original Apple hard drive or NVMe. Then you have to put back the upgraded NVMe for it to show up on disk utility as such. Now, you can format your upgraded NVMe in disk utilities in order to install Mojave or newer onto your new NVMe drive. We'll run a really fast Black Magic test and see if the adapter slows it down or sped it up faster than the main. Oh, wow. So, okay. There we go. Okay. It looks like the adapter's giving it different kinds of speeds. So, I might end up... It's so inconsistent. I might end up just putting the original drive back in this, if that's how it's going to be. Upon doing more research, I found out odd read and write speeds may be because the NVMe drive, the 980, needs to have its firmware updated. The only problem is the Samsung Magician program you need to use is only on Windows. So you have to install Windows via Boot Camp and then Samsung Magician and then upgrade the firmware of your NVMe through the Samsung Magician program. I ran a performance test using the Samsung Magician software on Windows Boot Camp after upgrading the firmware, and I got the read speeds and write speeds I should have gotten on Mac OS at 2600 MBS and 2702 MBS and so on. But the issue persisted on Mac OS with the inconsistent read and write speeds. I don't know if this is Samsung's program being biased towards its own NVMe giving false readings, or if it truly is an issue with Mac OS or the SinTech adapter on Mac OS. If you have any solutions to this problem, please tell me in the comments. As of right now, I do like the 980 EVO NVMe, but I do not like the SinTech adapter.